Hey y'all, it's your girl Mariah Sincere, and I am back. Okay, I almost forgot that I was supposed to do this live stream. I apologize that I literally made the thumbnail and sent the notification out just a couple minutes ago. But I said, hey, I'm gonna do this because I said I'm gonna commit to doing my live streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So Wednesdays at 9, Saturdays at 8. Okay. So I'm trying to get on the schedule because I know y'all busy. Y'all ain't got time to be waiting on me and dealing with my sporadicism. So I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes to get in here. Again, the topic tonight is spinning the block. Okay. So we're going to talk about Lil Scrappy and Erica Dixon. I'm going to use them as an example. But I noticed it is spin the block season. So I want to come on here and talk to y'all ladies about when it is and is not appropriate to allow a man to spin the block. So y'all go ahead and get in here. Remember to go ahead and hit the like button as you come in, and go ahead and put a comment down so I can shout you out. So I'm going to wait a few minutes for some people to get in here. Y'all, it's supposed to snow. So I live in the South. It's supposed to snow. So I'm like trying to prepare. I feel like I've been running with a chicken, like a chicken with his head cut out, because I gotta make sure I have enough water. I always keep food, but I need to make sure I have enough water and some supplies. But y'all, in Texas, if a little speck of snow touched the ground, everything shut down. Let me tell you, I'm a teacher, and if snow dot that ground, like one snowflake, I don't care if they close school or not. Everything canceled as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I ain't dotting that dough. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So it seems to be spin the block season. I know in my thumbnail and in my title, I have Scrappy and Erica Dixon. However, it seems like everybody been getting back together. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Ashanti pregnant by Nelly. Okay, all these throwback couples are getting together. Now, I can't really speak to Ashanti and Nelly because they've been kind of low key. I think both of them had already been single for some time, and had been dealing with each other for some time before they announced to everybody that they were together. And they're both very private people, so it's hard for me to kind of speak to that situation, right? Again, same thing with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. So I'm gonna use Lil Scrappy and Erica Dixon as the example because Erica Dixon has been posting non-stop about their relationship. As well as there has been some drama that has come out with Lil Scrappy's previous boo Diamond, who was in the group Crime Mob with him in the early 2000s. So they've been putting all their business on blast in social media. Just to give y'all a little background information, to my understanding, Lil Scrappy was initially with Erica Dixon. She was the very first chick that was there. Hey, Binky, how you doing tonight? Yeah, so she was the very first chick that was there. He left Erica to go be with Diamond, but Diamond stopped fooling with Lil Scrappy to go with Soldier Boy. And then Lil Scrappy went back with Erica Dixon. And then there was some drama going on with their relationship. I know he was cheating on her. He kind of had a triangle with another girl named Shay. Then after him and Erica broke up, he started dating Bambi, who was previously on Basketball Wives. And then they got married. They have recently filed for divorce. It hasn't been that long. And now he's popping all out with Erica Dixon. So this has been like the third time she don't let this man spin the block. After two times he has chosen to, be with another woman. And y'all, Erica too grown for this. Erica's too grown. And here's the problem. I don't necessarily think it's wrong to rekindle a relationship with an ex. And I know when people think about exes, they're like, well, an ex is an ex for a reason. And yes, there were reasons why you could have broken up with an ex, right? But there's nothing wrong with getting back with an ex after you have vetted and watched them and studied them and seen have they done the work and grown enough to where the previous uh, issues will no longer occur in the new relationship that y'all start. Do y'all understand? Because if everything is still the same as when y'all broke up before, then there's no point in getting back together because it's gonna end the same way. No lessons have been learned. Thank you, Becky. I said, child, I know these people's business way too much. Okay. I promise y'all, the only celebrity gossip I keep up with is the Shade Room, and then this girl Tisa Tells, and I really just watch her because she's very good at what she do. And then I'll go watch Binky, but I honestly and truly don't be caring. I know, but I know too much. It's crazy. But yeah, so um again, if the issues that were there before y'all broke up are still present, there's no point. And the reason why I say that Erica is too old is because she's in her 30s, almost 40s, and she's still unable to recognize that this man has not changed. Okay. Um, so I'm gonna take it back to the divorce with Bambi. When Bambi and Lil Scrappy broke up or called themselves getting a divorce, I'm sorry, Bambi got on the internet saying he doesn't pay bills and he's not helping with his child in the way that she would want him to. This is no different than all the other stuff that Erica has said when they broke up. So it's like he's leaving one woman, going to the next woman, and doing the same behaviors. So Bambi said that those were some of the problems in their relationship. I don't understand how, as a grown woman, you automatically don't get turned off by another woman saying that the man that she's leaving don't pay bills or is not doing for their child in the proper way, especially when you went through that exact same thing with that man. I don't know what about that says get in a relationship with this man. Now, I know we all have certain things that we can deal with and put up with, and every relationship is going to come with its problems. But I'm sorry, as a woman, there's absolutely no reason why you should be dealing with triflingness from a man. It is not beneficial. It ages us. It takes away years off of our lives, and you can never truly respect a man when you got more hustle than him. And I will say that about Erica Dixon. She is a hustler, been a hustler before love and hip hop. That woman works hard. She'll go work her regular job. She'll go have her some businesses. She's got that dog in her when it comes to making some money. So when you're a woman that moves like that, the only thing that would lead you to get with a man who you know is lazy and don't like to put in no work is low self-esteem, because eventually you're gonna get to the point where in a relationship you see past the butterflies, the cute words, the feelings, and you looking at this nigga like, damn, you're not gonna get up and go do nothing. I can't do it. Um, so my point in all this, ladies, is y'all need to learn how to properly vet before you allow a man to spin the block, or you might end up in a situation like, now I will say this about Nelly and Ashanti, where you broke up with a man because he was non-committal. He got into a relationship with a woman and was with her for 7 years. Okay. Nelly went and got with Shantae Jackson, was with her for 7 years. We seen her all on the TV 5 years ago talking about wanting to be married. He never married her, broke up with her. She stayed friends with him, thinking that one day they were going to get back together, and boom, he pops up with Ashanti. And then him and Ashanti are showing face everywhere. Now it's being said that Ashanti is pregnant. We see no ring anywhere. Nelly is what, 50 years old? Almost 50 years old. and still not committing to any woman, just going back and forth between women, just like what Scrappy is doing. So, as a woman, you have to have some discernment and understand when a man is just moving in his patterns. And a lot of times, men will keep them two, three, four different women that they go through the years cycling through. It's just whoever will take me back at the time. And that's why y'all have to ask questions when these men come back to y'all. The number one question you need to ask is, what has changed? Okay. What have you done in the time that we've been broken up for self development? Now, if they say something like, oh, I just realized I was wrong, or, I'm just trying to do better. No. Okay. I need concrete things that you have done. It needs to be something like, I went to therapy. Maybe I've been abstinent for a year. I haven't been dealing with any women for, a year. And I'm just saying specific time frames just to give you an idea, but it needs to be a period of time that has allowed them to develop some discipline. And it's not even just surrounding women. Okay, well, little Scrappy. Okay, well, now I have a job making this amount of income. And then after that, ladies, you need to vet that he has a job making this amount of income. You need to see that he's getting his children every weekend and is an active father. You need to be able to visibly see that he's doing the things that he says that he's doing. And if you cannot vet and verify his actions, then there's no point in getting back together. Stop letting these men get with y'all and give you the okey doke and just let them tell you, I'm sorry and I've changed. That's not gonna cut it. Okay, it's not good enough. Okay, and y'all need to normalize saying that to men when they come back and be like, oh, I'm sorry and I'm gonna do better. Y'all need to say it to their face. That's not good enough for me. I can't do anything with that. What have you done? What action? Be specific. Y'all be scared to hurt these men's feelings or get to the bottom of it. You be scared to get your feelings hurt because it's like, dang, he just coming back to me because he can't be without a woman. And that's what y'all have to understand. The vast majority of men cannot be without a woman. And that's the reason why they're coming back to you. Not because they come with good intentions and wanting to do right by you and actually be a better man. A lot of the times they want to stay the same person who they are and continue to be weak and somebody that you genuinely can never respect. Because you get back with them and give it some time, you'll see they behave in a way that's not respectable, and they want to go between two, three, four women year after year after year, being the same man to each of them, and have never done the work and never done the self development. And I'm not saying we need to down these men or dog them out or say they're bad people, but you have to be able to recognize rationally when somebody is stuck in a spiritual basement and when they are trapped. Okay, they're trapped in their own mind, fear, and vices. You really need to have compassion for these people. Imagine being stuck in the same place for years and years and years and you never grow. It's been 10, 20 years and you're still doing the same things. You still can't develop deep relationships because you're having these relationships at a superficial and ego driven level and only to meet needs based on survival rather than having substantial relationships that have depth, loyalty, trust, mutual respect, honesty, purity. A lot of these men, and it is some women too, but I'm going to say majority of the time it's men, they will never in their lifetime experience relationships at that level and will move from woman to woman, causing chaos in their life. And that's why, as a woman, you need to be able to recognize that and know when you need to emotionally detach, especially when you see it coming. And that's my whole thing with Erica. It's not like she hasn't been through this with this man several times by now. She should see this coming, especially when the woman he was previously with has no update that's positive on his action. She's telling the same story that Erica used to tell. Not just that, Diamond, again, who Scrappy left Erica for when she got left the first time, has put out text messages of him saying Merry Christmas, I love you, calling her baby. And what tripped me out was people were in the shade room comments, because I guess Diamond put that out because Lil Scrappy said that he didn't want her. And so she put it out to show that he, I guess, does want her. And people were like, that's not him saying he loves her, is not him wanting to be with her, or that's not him showing that he likes her. He was just being friendly. And I'm like, y'all women be so delusional when y'all want to pick sides between these women. It's obvious that he's playing both sides. It's obvious that he has his eggs in both of those baskets, if not more baskets. Okay. And Erica not being able to see that at her age has told me that not only has little Scrappy not done the work this entire time, Erica has not done the work this entire time. She also is not ready to be back in a relationship with him. What it seems like to me is that she's just been waiting this whole time to get back with him. And the reason why I even got on here to make this video, because honestly, I didn't know what to talk about. I just kind of scrolled through the shade room before I decided to go live, is because I saw her on the recording telling Lil Scrappy the reason why I never got married all these years was because of the things that you had done to me, and I was always scared to experience that. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me, especially considering that you've been scared this whole time, yet you popped out two more children. So you've been scared to have relationships at a deeper level, but not afraid to have two more children by men who you were afraid to commit to. Something is not making sense to me there. Because if you are afraid to commit or get into a relationship at a deeper level, then you should not be laying down, risking your life, birthing children by men who you are afraid to have a deeper connection with or get married to. That makes absolutely no sense. So that's the part where women have to take accountability for certain behaviors. She can't recognize that Scrap hasn't grown because it's something in her mentality that's still stuck back in the previous relationship that they had, to where she cannot use her common sense. Ladies, I don't care how much you love a man, you can love a man to death. But if for whatever reason the relationship does not work out and he has to move on, he got to move on to another woman, it is your responsibility to not stand still. And you can stand still and still be dating other men. It's about your mind growing. If your mind is in the same place, then all you doing is standing still. You think you're running, but you're running in place. Everybody has specific issues that they have to deal with in their life. It is your responsibility to, after a relationship, not blame everything 100% on the man. Okay. You have to recognize that there was something in your psychology that made you be susceptible and willing to allow that type of treatment, especially if it went on for so long. If you're unwilling to do that, and it was just the man, the man, the man, the man, the man, then you're gonna find yourself in this same situation constantly, but with a different man. See, we all go through things dealing with other human beings, because human beings are gonna be human beings. Nobody is perfect. However, you gotta look at you when you're dealing with the exact same issue from every man you deal with, or the exact same issue constantly with the exact same man. And you just keep coming back to that issue, and you never say, no, I'm not going to deal with this. So it was Erica's responsibility to understand that, implement a structured plan in her life that would help her grow through that, to where when he came back, she had more discernment. And I think a lot of the times women We give men another chance because we want to we don't, first of all, we don't want to seem like we can't forgive. We don't want to seem bitter, and we don't want to be lonely. We're afraid of being alone. First of all, you can absolutely forgive somebody, but with your rational mind, understand that if y'all were to get together, it would be an unhealthy relationship. You don't have to be friends with your ex. That's another problem, another a lot of women are having. Instead of, when you and a man break up, instead of cutting it off, y'all still continue to have conversation on a regular basis. Or if he tries to check in with you, you respond, and you feel like you're being mean if you ignore it. But if y'all can't be in healthy relationship, there's no point in y'all continuing to talk. And a lot of the times a man will keep you around as a friend, as a placeholder for when his current relationship or situation ends, and he doesn't feel like he has to go without a woman. But you're not supposed to allow that, honestly and truly. If the relationship is ended, then it's best to not even play in those gray areas, because when you have those gray areas with a man, that's when eventually you will allow him to spin the block because you never truly detached. Another person I'm thinking about is Chili. Y'all remember, see, this whole time we thought that Chili and Usher had been done. Okay, they were together in the early 2000s. Then it comes out that Chili said that her and Usher have always been in each other's life or dealt with each other to some extent, and they didn't stop dealing with each other till around 2017. Meanwhile, Chili can't find nobody else. Okay. She's steady always making these posts, subbing about Usher. We done seen her do a dating show, seen her try to find another man, but because she will not detach from Usher, she was not allowing new love to potentially flourish in her life. It was keeping her stagnated. Now that she's completely cut that off, she's trying something new and dating Matthew Lawrence, and they appear to be happy. But it shouldn't have took all them years for her to finally cut that cord on a man who had been moved on and had been in public relationships with several different women after they broke up because he cheated on her. And then he's cheated on every woman he's been with since then. And hasn't done the work. It seems like he just now, this past couple years, tried to actually be alone. And that's another thing, ladies. You're always going to have problems dealing with men who cannot be without women. Like, that's a red flag. If a man never learns how to be alone and emotionally stand on his own 2 feet, then you're going to have always have to deal with other women. And we need to always remember that, because I think a lot of women get so caught up in, y'all think that men just want sex from us, which yes, they do want sex and they'll take it if you're giving it. But a lot of the times, even if you're not sleeping with a man, he will keep you around for emotional purposes. Because if he doesn't have a woman or several women, he feels anxiety. Okay. The thought of being alone bothers him. So these are some things that y'all need to consider, ladies, before y'all allow a man to spin the block. And if you're confused, always pray. And when I say pray, I don't mean just pray one time. Continue to pray, ask questions. If something don't sound right, ask another question. Hold off for as long as possible getting back into bed with this man so that you can have clarity of mind. And whatever answers that you get back, always thank God for clarity, because it's better to move in correctness than in confusion. But it sometimes it takes time for the answers to become clear. And another thing that helps me as well when I'm dealing with certain situations is I ask myself, what advice would I give my friends or my daughter if they came and told me that they were dealing with this situation? When you do it like that, when you put it to yourself like that, it puts a whole new perspective on it. Because a lot of the times when we're moving in our emotions, we want our particular situation to be the exception to the rule. So you got to take yourself out of it. Imagine somebody close to you that you really love in it. And then that will help you be able to use the correct discernment. And you can assess the situation without making an emotional decision. That's all I have to say, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Oh, and Binky, thank you for coming. Y'all remember to hit the like button as you watch this video so that my message can get circulated across these YouTube streets. I will see y'all on Saturday night at 8 o'clock. I'll make sure I post the topic earlier in the day. Okay, I'm really going now. Bye bye.